Welcome to Pacer Nursing Power Hour, your go-to spot for real talk and real tips in the world of nursing.
So plug in, scrub up, and let's go. This is Pacer Nursing Power Hour, where students get powered up. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. It's
so
always
bad.
good.
It's always
my
bad.
favorite part.
It's always bad. Okay, so today we are tackling the legendary level 6. Why it's so tough and what makes it fun and how you survived it. Okay, you got it. Sorry. I'm going to let you introduce him.
She likes to get going on
I
it.
get excited. I don't read the names. I just keep rolling.
So we've got Carter Beatty with us today. He survived level 6. Yep. You came out on the other side. And you did level 6 in the spring of 2025, right?
Yeah, earlier this year.
Cool.
Yeah, he was one of those super smarties who flew through for level 7 in summer.
I'm not even surprised. Not even surprised. So you're here to give us the inside scoop for other students. And last time, the other times we've interviewed students, we learned so much.
I know, it's insane.
That we don't know.
No idea.
So we're excited to talk to you.
Even though you went through the program.
I went through this program. But there's always little changes. So I would love for you to give us a quick overview, what classes you took, and kind of your thoughts on level 6, just off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, I mean, the classes were Gero, MedSurg 2, Tools for Writing, and what else? What was the third?
Tools for Writing. That's not what we called it.
Writing? What is it?
No, it's what it's called now.
No, it's called Tools for the Nursing Profession.
Yes,
it's listed online.
Okay, but
I didn't know what that was. I literally had to text Kennedy and say, "What is this?"
Research.
Yeah, research.
Research.
Intensive class.
Psych. You had psych.
Psychiatric.
Psych as well.
Psych. Awesome. That's a full load. Did you take
hard.
any electives or anything during that semester that you remember?
No, only those 4. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Are you done with all your gen eds?
Yeah, I finished those at other classes before when I came in.
Congrats.
Fantastic. Were you a transfer student?
Yeah.
Where did you transfer from?
A couple online courses at ASU and Georgia Military College.
Oh,
nice.
All right. Yeah, we get a lot of transfers from GMC.
Cool.
I wonder what that is.
It's like a global online campus.
Gotcha.
Fancy.
So I'm all over.
They have nice things.
So you did online at home after you graduated from high school?
No, I did that when I was in the military, when I was in the Air Force. I went straight in.
I didn't know that about
summer.
you.
I didn't know that either.
I did not. That's
you
awesome.
were in the Air
Congrats.
Force?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Do you fly?
No, I was a Hebrew linguist.
Oh my God.
That's even cooler.
Oh, wait, that is the third we have in this program. Do you know that?
Yeah, was it Christian? You said
Christian, and then Kiana.
Was he in the military?
Yes, he speaks fluent.
Such a specialty.
Not Hebrew. Over in
Arabic?
Yes,
I've heard this.
What do you speak?
Hebrew.
Yeah,
it's like next door in Israel.
Oh,
it's like they're like neighbors.
Oh my gosh! And then Kiana did something, but she didn't translate. But she did something like that.
That's cool.
Okay, it's big because like the NSA site over in Georgia.
Huh.
I did not know
That's
that,
fascinating.
Carter. That's so cool. Thank you for
You're
Yeah, of course.
How long were you
multi-talented?
I know.
Yeah. Did you grow up speaking Hebrew?
No. I didn't even know like Jewish people. I thought they were like they said Hebrew, and I was thinking like the Bible, like
Yeah.
times. I didn't.
So
I thought they all spoke
what
English.
got you into speaking Hebrew?
It was an in-demand language. I knew I wanted something in the Middle East that wasn't gonna be as hard as Arabic, and luckily Hebrew has only 3, 4-ish tenses. There's no like infinite imperfect like there is in Spanish.
Yeah,
it's like a simplified version of all the Romance languages.
I'm here, and he's up here.
I know.
Yeah. You
like that last sentence that he just said, like
imperfect.
Yeah,
perfectness.
Wait, what are those?
Like it's
that's
all
stuff that's way above my.
What are those?
Really
my pay grade.
Oh my
That is really cool. I'm so impressed. That was a fun fact.
How long were you a linguist?
I was in the Air Force for 6 years. About a year and a half of training.
Okay, how
learning the
old are
language.
you?
I'm 26. I turned 26 in July.
Still young.
Still a baby.
Still young.
I have a daughter if you're interested.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Katie.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Sorry, Katie. I'll try to rein her in. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
So what would you say in level 6 is the most challenging course?
I think Med-Surg 2 is probably the most challenging
Yeah.
course.
What do you think makes it
Um,
challenging?
the breadth of subjects that you cover.
Yeah.
Like, looking back on it, I can't even remember because Med-Surg 1 and then Med-Surg 2 back to back. It's every
They all
single
run
body
together.
system
Yeah.
that you
So
learned about in that, though.
this is what I need to hear from a student perspective. So are you learning certain diseases in Med-Surg 1 and then Med-Surg 2 is just like a continuation of the other diseases you didn't learn? What is it? What's the difference for those who don't know, don't go to school here? What's the difference between Med-Surg 1 and Med-Surg 2?
The body systems and the systems that or the diseases that affect that certain body system. So, like, in Med-Surg 1, you'll have and this isn't don't quote me on this, but this is, like, respiratory illnesses, cardiovascular illnesses,
Mhm.
hematologic illnesses, and
Mhm.
the Med-Surg 2 will be immunological illnesses,
Gotcha.
Okay.
So they
autoimmunes.
separate the systems. You're
Yes.
not gonna cover the same system in Med-Surg 1 and Med-Surg 2.
No, you won't.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
So when
I
I
kinda
said,
thought it was a here's foundation
yeah,
level
and then
stuff,
here's
and then let's
more
build on
intense.
top of it. So that's good to know.
So when I say child's health is Med-Surg 1, Med-Surg 2, and health assessment all in one semester, I was right.
all in one semester, and then for every single age group as well.
Yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
very,
That
very
is
difficult.
hard.
yeah.
That
Okay.
is hard.
So I'm glad to know I'm right. Okay, so that's what I thought. So what about Med-Surg 2? What were the systems that you found the most difficult? Do you remember?
No, honestly, it was a blur.
Just a
Blur. You
blur.
blacked
Yeah,
out.
that compared with that, like, coupled with, the summer courses,
Yeah, you're tapped
You've
out,
been
man.
going.
it's been a sprint for the past year.
Going. Yeah.
But you know what?
And you can
You're at the end of
see the
tunnel.
finish line.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kudos to you.
So how was the writing, the research,
The
the
research
tools for
course, the
the
writing
nursing?
course,
Yeah.
I feel like people like, even back when I'm kinda older, I'm not a traditional student, but even back in my high school years, we were learning about APA formatting, we were learning
Mhm.
about how the proper way
Smart.
to research, like, choose a source and then do APA formatting. So I feel like it's just another writing course where you already know what you're doing, and now we have lots of tools like ChatGPT to help us with not writing, but
Carter's like, let me
not
clarify.
yeah, not
Yeah, we know
doing
you
the
have
essay,
Dr. Gaffney
but
this semester.
with the formatting, with like, is this a credible source?
Yeah.
And getting into the nitty gritty of like the formatting for your references. Like, I
Okay.
use ChatGPT for all my reference formatting. I never had any points taken off.
Cool.
But it's more looking into the types of research that are done. Like, is this a primary source? Is this a secondary source?
Which is super
So that's
important.
what you're going to focus on for most of the beginning half of that
Class.
class,
Yeah.
and then
Is
the
the
rest is.
writing really intensive? Like,
I didn't think it was any more intense than the other writing intensive courses that
okay.
we've had.
Okay. All right.
In,
Cool.
yeah,
Well, that's
in
good to
those
know.
semesters.
I think students panic about seeing a
Writing
writing
intensive.
intensive course.
Because the first one is in level 4 and it's concepts
Mhm.
and it's not that big, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So moving on. Next question.
So, looking back on level 6, what patient scenario did you learn from most? Whether it was something funny that just stuck out, or something that a professor shared with you, or you saw in person in clinical.
I was thinking about this beforehand, and I was like, what did I learn the most in level 6? And I think that the MedSearch 2 clinical course is that there's one patient who was like above the knee amputation on his left leg, below the knee on his right leg,
Oh,
sort of
interesting.
delirious. There's another one who was a country guy. I don't know if it was because of like some sort of disorder that he had, but it was very hard to understand, very
Mhm.
bariatric. And for both of them, I put myself into like uncomfortable situations trying to get the bariatric patient who was incomprehensible
Mhm.
into his car for discharge.
Oh
Wow.
my
But
gosh.
unfortunately, his daughter had a souped up one of those souped up big trucks.
Oh,
And there was nothing
wow.
you could
What a
do with that.
challenge.
So learning that you shouldn't bend over backwards and that you can't like try and break yourself when trying to care for people. Because I mean,
Yes.
there are things that are outside of their control, but you have to be able to live to help people
Yeah,
another
another
day.
day. Another day.
So like learning that, like seeing that, it's easy to say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna raise the bed up every time I walk in, but when you're in
In
that
the moment.
state, when you're not used to being in a hospital, you're going to forget that. You're gonna be like, oh, this person needs something, let me care for them.
Yeah.
It's a very valuable lesson, especially considering a large topic of conversation these days in healthcare is continuity of care after discharge. And so those are some of the things that a lot of people don't focus on is, you got him into the car, how he's gonna get out of that big old truck
Mhm.
or whatever he was in, and then how they gonna get him in the house. I'm assuming they have a wheelchair, but are the door frames wide enough for a wheelchair to fit?
Yeah, we couldn't even get him to the into the car. We had to take him back up to his room in Aiken Regional because we couldn't get him into the truck. It was too high.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
that is
So
a struggle, yeah.
valuable
That's a
lesson.
huge lesson
Yeah.
learned, and we talk about regularly that nurses just we have this inbred part of our brain where we put ourselves before others and we give a lot of ourselves to other people.
Yeah.
I mean, we serve other people regularly, and that is hard to kind of check yourself and say,
Yeah, I
"Yep, I
was
can't kill
never
myself for
one
this."
about raising the bed. That's why my back hurts, and I'm impatient. I would never wait for assistance to pull somebody up in bed.
Oh,
I would
and
put them in Trendelenburg and just pull them. I know, not me.
you're fun size, like,
You see, well,
golly.
I'm paying for it dearly now, later in life. It's fine. What was as far as studying though? What was the biggest challenge for med surg 2?
It's
Did you have to change your way of studying or anything?
what I wish I had done earlier was I see TikToks about medical students and they always talk about Anki. And for some reason I thought, oh, well, I'm a nursing student. I shouldn't use
Mhm.
these flashcards, but you should definitely use
On
flashcards.
key?
Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
more about Anki.
Anki, it's like it's not very intuitive to use, but it's sort of like Quizlet, but with a
Okay.
better sort of, it puts forth flashcards in a way that helps you remember better.
Okay.
Where if you like know it really well, it'll put it on back order. So like you won't see it for a day
We talk
and
about
then it'll
that
come
all the
forward.
time. Don't keep drilling the stuff you already know. That's perfect.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
so
it
it's
does it for you. That's
That's awesome.
awesome.
yeah, so it's really good, really
Is it a downloadable? Do you have to download the
yeah,
app?
it's like an app on your computer.
Swear
I
to
don't
goodness, we have got to get sponsored with all of the things that we've called out. This is the third thing in the last
We
24
learned
hours.
so much.
So, Anki, spell it Onkey.
Anki.
Okay, I would have never gotten that spelling.
Yeah, Anki.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All
No, they're
right.
really good flashcards.
All right,
So I
level
feel
6 Anki.
yeah. And there's a good deal of critical thinking that you have to do when you go into med surg 2 for the
Yeah.
test questions. But I feel like we're all very intelligent people, especially if you got to the point where you're in the second semester of nursing
Absolutely.
school.
Mhm.
You didn't get weeded out by any of the prerequisite courses. You passed the first semester or second semester. This is the third. That'd be level
This third, that's
Yeah.
the third level.
yeah, level
Yeah.
third. So you just need the knowledge. You need to know like what tests are good for diagnosing lupus. You need to
Right.
know like what drugs can be used for acute respiratory distress versus maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good point.
And when you know
Very good
that,
point.
when you know like what drugs are used for what, you can say, okay, what drugs, what's the expected side effect of
There
this
you
class of
go.
drugs?
That's what
Yeah,
I
then
was
you
waiting
start
for.
applying
can
it.
start-
Then you can know whether your
Yeah.
interventions worked or not when you get a reevaluate.
Yeah, so
That is
Awesome.
great. Good
I
advice.
love that.
Do you feel like you studied differently for your hardest class for you as med surg versus your other classes? Did you spend more time in different areas or study differently with different skill sets?
no, I think I used the same study method for every class, aside from the writing intensive course. But yeah, I feel like one size fits all for me.
Sure.
That's what I found.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard.
Flashcards,
Yeah.
repetitions, self-quizzing.
Now that seems to be the common thread right there of all. Then you're the third student we've had so far. That's the common thread is outside resources.
Yeah.
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 That's pretty cool. Okay, awesome.
What?
Any funny moment happened in med surg 2? Fun? Nothing? Too early to.
No, I can't think of anything.
All learning. All learning.
All right, good
All
stuff.
educational.
Good stuff. Keep it. Yeah. All right.
What were your expectations for the psych class versus the reality of the psych class? How did those compare and contrast?
I feel like it met my expectations. Especially with like the clientele,
Mm-hmm.
because I know that like we say that. Yeah,
It's a hard
No,
question.
yeah, it is.
So did you go
Like,
into the
going in, I'm
course
trying to
having any like preconceived ideas about what the class would look like, how clinicals would feel like? Did you have this vision, or had you heard stuff from other students, or
Was it a course that you were excited to take? Like, is that one of those areas that you're like, I love it. You either love it or you don't love it.
No, I know there's, like, a really big push for, like, mental health
Yeah.
right now, so I guess that
You
sort
would.
of helped destigmatize it in my brain,
Oh,
Okay.
good. I like
before
that.
going
Yeah.
in, so I don't think that I had very much biases going in. Um, at least, like, a not negative bias, but
So, did you, as you were going through it, did you expect it? Was it hard? Did you find it difficult
no.
learning all of the extra things on top of learning all of the additional disease processes and med surg too? Now you're learning all of these psych things and psych.
No, I think I made it too difficult or too complex for what I needed,
Okay.
out of the psych because it was, primarily focused on schizophrenia, antipsychotic medications, um, and I was trying to get into the nitty-gritty instead
Mm.
of, learning what I needed to do to
Yeah.
pass the
Gotcha.
class.
Yeah.
So I wish that I had
I
been more
always say
focused
don't get
instead
stuck in
of
the
kind of
weeds.
scattering
Yeah,
all over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Therapeutic communication.
Yeah. So
That's what I remember about psych and bipolar.
well, that leads
Because I
me to
feel like that's a
my
little bit
next
what I
question.
am.
How do you feel like you improved on your therapeutic communication and your communication skills throughout the course?
Yeah, I think I did. I think I did because you learn about how to meet people when they're in a very acute, distressed state,
Mhm.
and when you're able to meet people there, it sort of makes everything else sort of come easy. Like no one's like
Yeah.
it's on the line. Like okay, this person's a little bit agitated because they've been on med surg for a couple weeks, but they're not they're not at a risk of losing their life. They're
Right.
not gonna do
Right.
anything crazy.
So we've said before on previous episodes that every day when we go to work, well, it might be a great day for us. We are taking care of patients where it is either the worst day or one of the worst days.
Mhm.
So approaching that exactly the way you said that just reemphasizes is absolutely true. You've got to go in with your heart open.
Do you feel like, or let me rephrase that. What skills did you learn in your psych course that you feel like are important for all areas of
That
nursing?
can translate across the board.
Um, I guess relying on other people, relying on different members of your team to do their specialized roles. Like, okay, like even the lunch ladies were able to help us when we needed to get to like one side of the building to another.
Gotcha.
The lunch ladies would like know the certain clients by their name,
Wow.
maybe a little bit about like their personalities, and they'd say, "Oh yeah, the person's like a little bit moody today. Maybe don't," because we were supposed to like walk around while they were eating food in the mornings and like introduce ourselves, talk to them, get to know them.
And
Uh,
they kind of knew
yeah,
their
even the lunch
personalities and the
ladies. Yeah.
dynamics.
See, and you don't
Interesting.
think that like
Yes.
that. You don't go to work thinking I'm gonna like make sure I speak with
Yeah, let
the
me check
person
in with
serving food.
yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That just goes to show you the teamwork there at that
Mhm.
facility. That's amazing.
That
Awesome.
is a very
So
good
let me ask
point.
you this: just because I've done a clinical for Professor Mooney, and I know your uh, simulation at the end of the semester with the drama department.
Mhm.
Did
Uh,
you
oh,
ever happen to do that?
yeah, yeah.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, we have this phenomenal drama department on campus, and they come over and they do a simulation with the psych students, and they act like a patient, and they have to go in and interview them. How did you find that? Was that interesting, or just
I don't know.
neither here nor there?
Now I feel like I got cheated because my
He's
my
like, "Wait,
yeah,
I
there was
didn't I
nothing
didn't
dramatic. There was
Oh
nothing. It was just
man!
Oh, I guess I can't ask about the simulation because that would divulge it,
Yeah, no,
but
yeah, we
okay.
can't. No, yeah, but so you got
no. She
cheat
was
daggum.
very muted, very subtle. I guess very nuanced display of like certain features of can I say it was schizophrenia,
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
like delusions,
Well, I mean,
hallucinations.
everyone knows you're gonna go in and you have to
A
it's
little
gonna
bit of
be a
prep, yeah.
disease, yeah, so
Like I said, I had no clue what tools for the nursing profession was.
they've changed it.
I had to text Kennedy and get clarification. So I'd love to hear your perspective of like how you would describe this to a student
Just
that, like
based off the
me,
title.
doesn't know what tools for the nursing
Based
profession
off the
is.
title, yeah.
I mean, you already know how to go onto Google Scholar or use the library resources
Yeah.
to find a source. Now you just have to ask yourself, like, what kind of source is this? Is this a primary source or is that a secondary source?
Okay.
What kind of primary source is it? Like, how did they collect the data? Was it a survey? Was it a case study? Like, what kind of data was it? And then you put it into the rubric, the like defining criteria that they
Mhm.
give you.
And
We had to
that's
define
a
everything.
fun
Like,
thing.
this is this source. This is what it says. This is what
Yeah.
level it is. This is how it collected the
I
data.
freaking love me a good evidence table. I'm
That
not gonna lie, because it's
that's
like
the
a
definition
spreadsheet for
of
me.
a nerd.
Yeah, I know,
But I'm
sorry.
right there with you.
Yeah, I'm nerd now hard, literally.
That's
But
great.
yeah, I love it because it's like a spreadsheet. It
Yeah.
organizes things so
Beautiful.
beautifully. All right, so what other tools did you learn out of this course?
I don't know if there's anything new that I learned. But
Did you
again,
refine any skills? Did you feel like, okay, I've got this. This is second nature. Did you refine anything?
yeah, using the AI, like I said about earlier about using it for references for formatting.
Okay, while we're here, let's talk about this. This is a huge discussion. We even talked about it in the School of Nursing meeting. And Keigans and I are huge proponents. We embed it in our class. We use AI assignments, role play. I actually have my students in my online class take a topic of the paper that they have to use, and I have them say, ChatGPT, write this paragraph for me. And then they have to, with the references and citations, and they have to find what's wrong. And always the references and the citations, they're wrong or the data is wrong that came out. So we've had this whole big spiel, and we've had, the fear is that we have, yeah. So who taught you the proper way to use chat?
I don't know if anyone taught me the proper way to use chat. I think that it's pretty intuitive for people in my generation and younger to know that, okay,
Yeah.
that like no one in my generation, very rarely would we use an M dash. So anytime you see that dash for like a secondary point, it's pretty it's pretty
I'm
indicative.
not crazy.
I love
I
that.
wish I could count how many times I've called to her, invented, and said, "Why do students think I'm an idiot? I know they don't
They
do that double
keep the
dash
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I know they don't."
Especially in APA, it's a comma.
OMG. I'm just of all
Thank
the
you,
examples you could
Carter.
have given, I'm just thankful you
Thank you,
gave that
you
Yeah,
one.
it's
said
a
that.
So
it's a
students,
Everyone
sign.
if you're gonna use it, at least don't do the double dash.
like
Like,
that needs to be
what
the one that
heck?
airs like upcoming.
Yeah. On
We
the Tuesday drop.
yeah.
That is
Oh,
fantastic.
that's awesome. Okay, cool beans.
Was there anything from this class that you feel you learned that you can apply to the rest of your career?
For the writing course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go back to school eventually. I'm not sure if that's going to be a CRNA route or if it's going to be NP, DNP,
I can see you
what
being a
have you.
CRNA for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe,
Where'd you
maybe.
get
Yeah.
placed?
Piedmont.
Okay,
Cool.
cool. I'm excited
Good for you.
Yeah,
So we'll see
Yeah.
what I
Well,
get.
good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
absolutely. So if you could rename this class "Tools for the Nursing
Profession.
Profession," what would it be?
Um, Evidence analysis,
Ooh,
I
that sounds
like
snazzy. That's
that.
good.
yeah, research analysis, something where it's like
Clear.
analyzing your sources.
Right.
Very clear.
Okay.
This is where you're going to learn how to evaluate your sources.
I like it.
that,
I'm bringing it to
Carter.
school nursing.
Yeah,
They're gonna
we
hate
got to
me.
remember that. Good thing it's on tape and recorded. Okay, so let's move on to your other class.
So
Gero.
Gero, yeah. Gero, I feel like other people in my class, when we were taking it, they said it was harder than I expected. That was my highest grade.
Yeah.
That was my highest grade.
So
I
what
had,
kind of topics are in Gero that
It's
you
just-
don't already learn in MedSearch 1 and 2?
end of life care.
Okay.
That's really all.
Like how to care for them or what they go through or
End of life care, certain disease processes that are specific to older people.
Like
Like I think
dementia.
osteoporosis was one, or dementia was one.
Do you want to talk about menopause?
Menopause, very briefly, is like menopause. Men also
please don't
experience
say
some sort
that
of.
because then you're equating me as a Gero typecast patient. That's very upsetting for me. I am not.
No comment. Just kidding.
Yeah, we learn a little bit about like the endocrine changes that happen at the end of
Okay,
life.
cool. It's
Thank you for
important.
saying it that way. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. That make me feel that
Mm.
old. Freaking I'm not even 60.
Why do you think some students made it harder than what you thought it was?
I I'm not sure if they just didn't take the classes seriously as maybe they should have,
Gotcha.
or
So
if they were too focused on med surg and getting a good grade in med surg and psych.
which is huge.
But
The time management and balance of
So,
all of it is
when you
huge.
took it, was it 2-hour credit or was it still a 3-hour
I
credit?
think it was 3
Okay.
for Jero, yeah.
Okay. All right. So were the tests, I mean, tests was the same. You studied the same. Nothing different, but it just seemed a little bit.
No, just the testing, I'd say pay attention to the PowerPoints and do the review sessions and do the Jeopardies. The
Mhm.
Jeopardies, the bingos that are posted in Blackboard for review.
Oh,
So when I took this course, I think we had the same professor, and to me, it felt very transparent and direct. There were no
Mm.
tricks or anything. So I think that's why it was easy for me because I didn't have to kind of get in the weeds like we talked about maybe getting with other classes. So,
so that brings another point. So we've had a lot of conversations with students about how, the inconsistencies of professors along the curriculum. Some teach from their PowerPoints, some put 2 words up. Does that stress you out when you see the inconsistency of teaching styles perhaps for each
No, because I
faculty
mean,
member?
even in our like a prerequisite courses, we had different professors who had different teaching styles. So I think
it's
that
true.
adapting to like and teaching styles are going to be oftentimes dictated by like the needs of the course. So like I wouldn't expect an English professor to have the same teaching style as a math professor.
Yeah,
So I
it's a
think
good point.
that learning how to do that is going to help you pass the course, but it's also going to help you interact with other people who have different personality types
Yeah.
and maybe different types of like professional needs
Can we
Carter,
put
of
that on loop?
support.
if you ever need a job in your future, we're gonna hire you at the
Yeah,
School
can
of
we put
Nursing.
that on a loop and put that on the
Yeah.
TV outside? I'm telling
So
you, the amount of students, I wish that everyone I hope
Had
that
that
everyone,
perspective.
yeah, because it is true. You nailed it when you said, because we say this all the time, life is not consistent. Patients are not consistent. You got to be ready for what you see, what you get. You don't get to say, nope, I need my PowerPoints. I need you to teach it from here.
Yeah,
Or I need you to
definitely.
tell me everything that's wrong with you. I don't need to have to guess.
Yeah,
So good point. Good
I
point.
like
Good
it.
point. I know.
What was your favorite thing that you did in Gero
favorite thing I did in Gero,
or
probably
learned?
the chair exercises
Oh, tell me more.
where you learn about mobility, people with like impaired mobility, but they
Uh-huh.
still have to do some sort of exercise. So we had
Okay.
chair exercise in
Like
class one day.
chair
Oh,
Zumba or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So
Huh?
it was
that's
just like
fun.
stomping around, using like different range of motion exercises,
That's
and
interesting.
learning like there's still a lot that people can do when they're chair bound
Mhm.
to work out if they want to, if they have like
That's
the drive to
great.
do it.
I'm
Um,
never doing that. I don't like to work out right now.
Oh my gosh. So,
I have a friend that
I
used to teach chair Zumba.
I think this class is hugely important. We are coming up on caring for all of our baby boomers. So,
Well, a lot of the generation is older.
yeah,
Yeah, they're aging, aging, aging. So we've got to be ready to take care of it.
yeah, so we have an increase in patients and a decrease in nursing care. And we're struggling to find nurses to take care of all the patients that we have now. So I think it's great that here in this program we do have a specialized course on Gero because it's just going to become more and more prevalent.
So
I
yes,
feel like
imperative.
so.
It
Yeah,
is something we cannot ignore. End
yeah,
of life care is something you cannot ignore. And again, it goes back to that whole continuity that we've really got to start paying more attention to.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. So okay, you talked about that. All right. So what in level 6, did you have a moment where you were like, I cannot do this?
I don't know if I had something like that. I'm feeling that now. I'm
Ooh,
sorry. I don't know if I had that back in this level 6 course, but I'm feeling it now near the end of the semester where I'm like, did I remember everything? Did I study well enough? Can I make up any sort of deficiencies in what I know?
is that
Um,
because you have the NCLEX looming ahead?
and collect swimming ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about that yesterday too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but I don't know if I felt that in level 6. Level 6, you're right in the middle of learning everything. So I don't know if you even
Can
have
think
time
that
or
far in advance.
perspective
Yeah.
to know like, okay, this isn't for me. Like you do have to It would have to be like some sort of life event where something
Yeah.
unstabilizes you, where you might say, I don't think nursing is right for me at this point, or at the point in level 6,
Yeah.
I think.
Do you
That makes
think
sense.
that what in your opinion, what would be the level where if you know, like where you say, okay, this really can't be for me. I need to stop and not go further. Where would that be in your opinion?
I feel like level 4 or level 5, because level 4, you're just getting into it, and sometimes a lot of people, we had 60 some people in our class at the start of level
Wow.
4, and people dropped out because of, well, financial reasons as well, but also, like, I think a couple people went to med school, like, they applied to med school because they thought it was too
Yeah,
easy.
I remember that.
A couple people didn't, and some people, they went to Aiken Tech because they wanted to get right into nursing. They didn't want to do any of the research or leadership courses.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes
Um,
sense.
and then after that, level 5, where you're like, "Okay, I did 1 semester. This semester's not for me. Let me go to something else."
So do you feel like level 5 was more of a defining this is what nursing school is than level 4?
Yeah, level 5, definitely, because we get into the pharmacy, like, the medications of it, all the side effects where you have to look beyond, like, if A, then B. You have to say, like, if A, then could it be A, B, C, D?
Okay.
Getting
They
into, like,
have
the
a
complex thought of
really hard women's health professor, and it just
Yeah.
weeds them all
Yeah,
out.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I've heard she's
She's
horrible.
terrible.
Women's health.
Mhm.
Did you have her?
I
Yes,
did,
you
yeah,
did.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
after the hurricane.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Crazy.
Mother Nature was a nightmare.
We
Okay.
You really didn't have a lowest low in level 6 is what I'm hearing. What about a high? Like, were you excited at any certain point about something? Or I got this moment?
About halfway through the semester when I realized, okay, I'm passing everything. Like,
That's
there's
a good
nothing that,
feeling.
like,
Mhm.
I'm not like stellar, but I'm passing. I'm
Uh-huh.
surviving, and I'm going to survive for the rest of the semester.
and
It's
that's
really nice. It's not high, but it's tranquil. It's like really peaceful
I like
I
when
love
you're like,
that.
yeah, I just have like 4 more clinical sessions to go through.
That's
I
a good
I
like
got like
that.
1
I
more
like
draft
that.
of my paper.
You know, that is true because it sounds like you seem to have a really good balance with not over expecting more from you. So like there are some students if they make a 91, they're devastated for 10 days.
Mm.
Um, but I'm like, as long as I can be comfortable going into my final, not failing, I'm good. Is that kind of how you
Yeah,
felt?
yeah, and I think that tranquility, like, that helped me bring up my grade a little bit in psych near the end too, where
because you could
there's
focus
less
on it.
pressure. You could focus on everything.
I like that.
Yeah.
So how did you get to that point? Just the grades? It was the grade having that comfort with your grades?
Yeah, like looking at the grades, doing the math, and saying I would have to really mess up on my next couple
I'd
exams.
have to really
Love
bomb
it.
this.
Yeah, so
Love it.
it's something I had to work for, something I think other people have to work for. You have to work for that sense of like peace near the midpoint or near the end, where you can say, okay, all my hard work is finally paying off.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Otherwise, you're gonna be like me in level 8 and really stressing,
Oh,
really,
no,
really
don't
stressing.
Carter,
I
you're
don't know
gonna
if
be
that's
fine.
something everyone goes
You
through.
are gonna be
but
fine.
Yeah,
I have
lem
no worries in my entire
in
body.
that brain. So
I
let
do
me
not
tell
worry about
you,
you at all.
this is how you're supposed to feel right now
Yeah.
in level 8. This is exactly how you're supposed to feel.
Okay,
But
I've seen
you are
it.
going to be successful.
Yeah, you are.
You are going to be.
I hope so. I'm
You
sure.
will be. You will be, man. You got
will.
it. You got it.
Were there any moments in level 6 that you felt shaped you as a nursing student or a future nurse? Any skills you learned or habits you created that formed you to who you are today?
Or an event that happened in clinical that said, okay, I'm going to take this with me for the rest of my career.
Practically, like I said, the geriatric or the bariatric patient
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
who couldn't get into the car,
Yeah,
learning
that
like,
was a
So
okay,
you
great life
always think
lesson.
about home and try to foresee any potential issues with discharge and stuff.
foreseeing other issues, putting yourself first. Oftentimes, when you're caring for clients, like you
Okay.
can't pour from an empty cup. You have to make sure the scene is safe, like we learn in
Mhm.
CPR.
I think you've said that direct
I
quote before.
love that. Pour from an empty cup.
Mhm.
Yes, I love that.
Uh,
Okay. Top 3 tips for students that are currently just begun. What are some top 3 tips for them that you can give them?
Sleep. Sleep is very important. Get sleep. Prioritize sleep. You need sleep, like above all else.
You're saying sleep
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Sleep. People
Take
sleep.
this
Listen
one
to
thing
'em.
away today.
They're
Like,
like
get to know
this.
your sleep schedule too. I need like 3-hour blocks. I need either 6 hours or 9 hours. I can't do 8
That's
hours. I can't do 7
interesting.
hours.
That is very, because I'm a 8-hour, 10-hour kind of girl. Okay, wow.
Do you find, on average, would you say your classmates, how much do they sleep?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like people kind of exaggerate how much they don't
Sure.
sleep, but it's sort of like a competition to see like, who's more overworked
It's like your labor
now.
and delivery always stories. They always want to outstory your story.
Yeah, like I have like 5 kids and I have 2 jobs.
I didn't
and
sleep at all.
my 2 ex-wives and okay, all right, you win.
Cool.
Okay,
You get the gold medal.
you suffer more. All right. But
That is hilarious, Carter.
yeah, but
It's the truth, though. It's so
like,
true.
I don't know why. Like,
You don't fall into a lot of the
it's like I'm
drama.
going through way
You
more
don't.
than anyone else ever could. I'm so strong. Like it's some sort of like subtle bragging on the fact that they're doing so poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, get your sleep. Do your flashcards on Anki.
Yeah.
I'm not
Anki.
sponsored or anything. You can use Quizlet. I heard Quizlet AI is really good if you pay for that, but Anki is completely free.
Sweet.
Not very intuitive to use, but once you learn how to do it, it's worthwhile
That's
for
how I
me.
feel about Canva.
Mhm.
Okay.
Very
Awesome.
good. Love
right.
that advice.
And take time to remember why you are in school. Like
Yes.
your reason for doing
Remember
this.
your why.
Because you can't depend on patience to make it worthwhile.
Now, what made you want to be a nurse? We forgot to ask this at the beginning.
Yeah.
We're trying to make sure we ask that. What did you say in your head? Okay, I really want to be a nurse.
I was always good at science and math in high school, middle school, growing up. I knew that I wanted to do something in the medical field because, like, I grew up kind of poor and I wanted something stable. And I was like, I want to be a doctor. And then, life happens. I started volunteering at Augusta University when before COVID hit, after COVID kind of relaxed a little bit. And volunteering there with the nurses, I realized, like, I didn't need to, like, break myself too hard getting into medical school
Mhm.
and trying to go through like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt. Like I can have a stable life as a nurse for 1, and I can have a more immediate impact in helping people for 2, and for 3, the quality of life as a nurse. The hours you work, 3 days a week, maybe 4 days a week,
Yeah.
36
Mhm.
hours, 40 hours a week.
Yeah, and
It's all very appealing. And like I was in the military, but I got out after my first contract of 6 years because I didn't like being like alienated from what I do. I didn't like sitting at a desk all day with headphones on, a
Yeah.
lot like this,
Bringing it
and
back. Bringing it
typing
back.
at a computer
you
for like
needed
8 hours a day and not knowing if it was even seen
Sure.
a lot of the
That
time.
interaction's important.
So
to you.
when you take care of patients, do you feel like you made a difference in their lives?
A lot of times I do. And sometimes with the bariatric client, like there's like systemic things that you have to look at for like the reasons people are overweight, the reasons people don't take care of their health. You have to recognize that there's some things that you can't always
Yeah.
improve. But
Help them.
yeah, I can say like I'm proud of what I've done so far, and I look forward to what I'm going to do in the future to help people.
He's going to do great things.
I'm excited.
I'm going to sit back and watch you on your career. I'm going to
Yes.
stalk you secretly on the internet.
You're gonna be our
Because
celebrity.
I know I feel sure without even having to look or ask, he's not on social media.
No, I'm on TikTok.
He's
TikTok.
Instagram.
Okay, IG.
I think
Okay,
you've
do not block
followed
me
one
ever.
of us. Yeah, I feel like
Do
I've
not
seen it.
ever block me.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So, anyone we interview, we have been doing a segment called Stethoscope Hot Take. So, it's a lightning round. We ask you a series of questions, and you say the first thing that
Don't
pops into
overthink
your
it.
head.
Don't ever just
Okay?
say it.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Describe level 6 in 3 words.
Transformative, routine, and intense.
That's
Wow,
good.
I like that.
Oh, you're good at this game.
Yeah.
What is your favorite caffeine of choice?
Either NOS, the grape flavored NOS, or the caffeine pills from Walmart.
Yeah, I've looked
Top
into
1 or
caffeine
2,
pills
yeah.
to save on calories.
Caffeine pills.
Yeah.
Though I would
They even have
be
caffeine gum now.
hanging off the
would.
ceiling.
It's cheap too. It's like 100 pills for like $5.
Oh my God, we're not
Really?
supporting that. I know. Talk about Poodle on crack. Okay. Good.
Where do you want to work when you graduate?
I want to unit wise or city. I want to move to Atlanta, and then hopefully I can go to the ICU. That way I can step myself up for the
CRNA.
CRNA school.
Yeah.
Good for
And
you.
then if I don't like ICU, or I find that I want to do something else, I'm in a big city with big hospitals, so I can
Lots of
go
options.
transfer.
Bulletproof. Atlanta, there's a lot of opportunity in that city. And there, I love that you're thinking forward.
Yes, good for
That's
you.
awesome.
All right.
All right. If you could tell your pre-nursing self one thing, what would it be?
Don't give up on flashcards, because I tried to get into a more writing out different narratives for certain disease processes and getting okay, at what point in the narrative it's like, I don't know if this makes sense. I would write out an actual story for a certain client with a certain pathophysiology of a disease.
Mhm.
And I'd say, okay, at what point in this client's normal bodily processes are they interrupted by this disease? What can I do for it? And it was just too much. It was too much of a story to remember. So get
That
to
makes
the
sense.
an immediate what symptoms are keys
Sure.
for knowing.
That's great
there's
Sounds like
advice.
you
GI
would-
bleeding, but what is causing that GI bleeding? What diseases cause GI bleeding? What differentiates them?
Sounds like you're trying to create a case study without all the
Yeah, maybe. And so I was
So
doing a little too much work.
that's
but keep it
awesome.
Yeah, you
short.
got to get to the point. You only have so much time.
That is phenomenal. God, it has been enlightening once
Yes,
again.
once again. I'm
You
so
have
excited.
given some true words of wisdom
Yeah.
for level 6. I just lost it.
Thank
Yay, perfect
you.
timing.
Well, Carter, thank you again for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
If you ever need anything, please let us know. We're super excited to have you. As
Absolutely.
always, to our viewers, listeners, follow us on Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Well, Carter, dude, man, thank you so much. And those of you listening, thanks for scrubbing in.